Ready?
Vulpes is, apparently Vulpes is at work with his plushies.
So, question is my co-host gonna have no points?
Let's see here. Let me.
Are you gonna get some points today?
Let's hope.
Are you?
I hope. Ember versus Lightning Dust. Lightning Dust goes over. Aria over Limestone. Sake of difference. Dash and Gilda over Rarity and Coco. Berry Punch over Zecora. Luna over Chrysalis. And then our #1 contendership, Tempest over Treehugger and On a Blaze. Let's go.
Alright, just make sure I get everything right before we start this thing. Do you remember now? We had this talk.
Yes.
We had this talk. Spike. Oh wait, actually no, that's not. No.
She's
Spike.
the one with the Super Saiyan on.
Remember, Ember's replacement is Rhino.
Oh yeah. Why did you make her Rhino?
And because the gore is great.
So, question of the day. Who has the shittiest spear?
Cena.
I mean, Cena did a spear.
He did. He goes down to his knees. It's the best.
Fight!
But I mean, it's the fucking worst, and it's amazing how stupid it looks.
I have always had the opinion that while I love him, Edge has the worst spear.
If you're meaning of anyone who does it regularly.
Yes.
1.
I don't know. I mean, I like Edge's because he's tall.
Yeah, he kind of hits the opponent and they fall over.
I mean, he's not like a big physical specimen like a Rhino or a...
Yeah, but the thing is, with a spear, all you really need to do to make it look convincing is come at them and with a running start. He just kind of jumps at them and it doesn't look at all convincing.
I mean, he used to do spear from the corner, but he didn't stop doing that. Remember?
Yeah.
He'd do that whole thing in the corner, move his hair back and whatever, but he doesn't do that anymore. That spear was nice. I like that spear.
One finishing move that I always concocted in my head, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever do it.
Super kick? Jokes.
No. So the way I envision this is you throw your opponent towards the ropes, you go backwards, you bounce off the ropes, and when they come rebounding, you basically pick them up under, by the waist and then slam them into a spine buster. It's essentially a running spine buster, but...
I've seen it in video games. In Fire Pro, I'm sure someone has it. I just don't know who.
Yeah. After we're done with EWE, if you could just check.
5 minutes gone.
I'd appreciate that.
The game or like the list?
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Or like... There's a running spine buster to the turnbuckle, but that's Batista just picking up and running people into the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
I'll have to see. I don't remember if it might be. It might not be a Spinebuster. I might just be remembering like a. It's not a running move though. It's like a straight up. It's a run move that's disguised as a grapple. I think.
I just always liked the idea of coming at someone in full sprint and then basically using your momentum to lift them in the air and then slam them back down.
2.9, Ember almost gets a victory over Lightning Dust. Both these waifus, of course, have no wins and 1 loss. A win would mean a lot to probably everyone here. Because it means you're not the worst one. You're probably not the worst, but if you lose this match either, we already have like 2 characters at a dangerous 0-4. Would you like to take a guess who those 2 characters are?
Who are they?
Would you like to take a guess?
No, I would not. Who are they?
Why won't you take a guess and play with me?
Because I'm watching the match, double checking stuff on Discord.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you the 2. One. Well, actually, I'll give you a hint so you can narrow it down extremely. Okay.
Okay.
One is a part of the main 6. And it's probably... No, Rarity has one. And it's probably the most annoying.
Pinky?
Yes.
See, I never got that argument.
I said probably because that's the way that you know who it was. That makes it obvious. The second one is not a waifu's waifu.
A bot.
The other one. The waifu of the not a waifu. Yes. So Pinkie Pie and Lyra are both 0-4. Pinkie Pie and Lyra have been runners-up in the actual leagues, and they're both 0-4. By the way...
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. 4, almost 1.
But... The thing about Pinkie Pie being the annoying one is something I never got. Maybe it's because I'm extremely like Pinkie in that regard, is I will talk for hours and basically say nothing.
2. I mean, 3. This is true, but she's a cartoon character, so I think she's down up more than the normal.
10, 11,
Well, the way I've always seen it is Pinkie is a modern day Looney.
15,
Yeah.
16.
Also, Ember has a chair. She's going to brain. Oh God! No, okay, she's really just being shit out. Ember.
Realistically, I don't think Pinkie Pie is any more animated than the other 5, save for Applejack. Applejack is the only character out of the main 6 that I will legitimately say is
German off the ground.
less animated.
Lightning does it. Lightning strikes.
But that's mostly because Applejack is the straight man of the group.
How did Ember lose this match?
Hey, I'm 1-0. But the way I see it, Pinkie Pie, Twilight, Rarity, Rainbow Dash to an extent, Fluttershy, I to an extent, they all have moments where they go a little nuts.
This is true, but you get more commonplace with Pinkie.
I would need to sit down and make a spreadsheet essentially.
I still think you're gonna have more Pinkie moments, stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing.
By double.
The thing about Pinkie is, it's not that she has freakouts more. It's that Pinkie because she is the fourth wall breaker,
yeah, of course,
the
of
Bugs
course.
Bunny.
Yeah, but it's not just that though.
Off the top of my head, there's Party of One, which was very easily one of... It's your staple example, Pinky going crazy.
Hiding secrets all the time.
Rainbows and Pies, which was just Rainbow Dash being a dick, as per usual. Rainbow Dash could have very easily gone up to Pinky and said, hey...
Stop the entire episode.
Yeah, she could have very easily said, yo, Pinky, not a fan of pie. I get you enjoy making it.
Cheese sandwich.
But why don't you give that to Applejack? She likes pie.
Wait, it's Maud. I'm gonna follow Maud.
Yeah, the thing about the cheese sandwich episode is it's less Pinkie Pie having a freak out, and it's more that cheese sandwich early in that episode kind of goats her on. And
It is a freak out, let's be honest. But it's Pinky, so it's the standard. We're not talking about... I'm not talking about Pinkie Pie, like, what's standard. I'm talking about the standard of her being a little more crazy than everybody else.
I don't know. Because I always thought Twilight as the crazy one.
I mean, Twilight is crazy, but Twilight, like... Look, if Twilight has a small issue, she goes crazy. Pinkie Pie's natural selection is crazy.
I guess.
No.
I don't have the data to argue against that right now, and I'm not
We're not gonna look over. We're not gonna look over every episode for this, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where
Pinky's natural state is above Twilight in that regard. Twilight's natural state in that regard.
because she's the comedy character.
Yes, I would argue that Twilight's state, when she has one thing go wrong, even a little bit, and especially early on, is above Pinky's natural state in the insanity department. But when Pinky goes insane, Pinky goes insane.
See, the thing about Pinky, and one of the reasons I really like her as a character, is when Pinky goes nuts, unlike Twilight or any of the others who just go utterly batshit, Pinky just kind of gets depressed.
I mean, yeah, but her being depressed is her talking to inanimate objects.
Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't still going nuts,
it's a different type of insanity.
Yeah, it's Pinky.
It's still kind of off the rails though.
It is Pinkie Pie trying to cope with a situation that she doesn't understand.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm trying to get at. Pinkie Pie is like off the rails in like multiple diverse expressions, while Twilight is like not going off the rails until something goes wrong and she only veers to one way. Pinkie Pie is this range of emotion.
And again, it's part of the reason I enjoy characters like her. It's why I like
she's
Deadpool as a character.
She's not one trick in the emotion department.
Yeah.
Unlike Dash, who seems to go through like the same 4 emotions. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit by Dash fans for that.
But
look, being a dick is not a character trait. Yes, this does look better than 2K20 only because 2K20 is a broken mess. In this game, despite obvious glitches, like the turnbuckle shit is AI.
But, as I was trying to say, this is the reason why I like comedy characters because in order for emotional stuff to happen or to work, in order for you to have a heartwarming heart-to-heart talk, you need your characters to have a status quo of being kind of animated and laugh.
Give up.
I do think she's obviously consistent. You know?
Yeah.
Even if her...
Yeah.
Yeah. Aria's just breaking. At least some lightning dust. That was the last match.
Give up.
It's funny because I feel like
Give up. Give up.
you know what you get with PvP.
Yeah.
You know you're getting a wide range of emotion. Sometimes it might irritate you extremely.
Well, that's the thing. That's how people work.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously, she's trying her best.
Jesus, Aria.
Aria's
Got fucking demolished.
just move. We're gonna fire the outside for an entire 20 seconds.
But the way I've always seen it is, yes, Pinky is irritating at times, but that's because she's human. Or I guess she's human isn't the right phrase.
She
acts like a person.
Yeah. Acts like an actual being.
Rather than someone like...
Please don't use Rarity as his example because this is not going to work.
No, Rarity acts like a person as well. I'm thinking someone...
Don't use Applejack as his thing because Applejack is still not... I mean, Applejack is kind of... I like Applejack, but she sometimes can be, one-dimensional? No, that's not the right word. Entirely focused on one thing. You know?
Yeah.
What? She uses too much of one gimmick.
The one character I look at when I think, okay, they don't act like a person.
Is this the main 6 character, or is it, Celestia?
Technically, it's a main 6 character.
Are you gonna say it's Spike?
No. Human Rainbow Dash. At times.
I mean, if we're gonna go this route, I always consider human Rainbow Dash to be a meme. A literal meme.
I don't know.
2, 3.
Oh, let the wins! What the fuck?
Well, I'm 1-1.
Alright, so Limestone wins. Aria loses. That's good news. For people who... 14-13 with an avalanche. Well, this is gonna be bad for the Sirens to know that Aria's 0-2 now. Alright, Mod Pie and Applejack. The rocks of the apples. Are you ready for the rock apple fight?
Yes.
Spike, get out of there. You're not refereeing this match. It's gonna be simply a match for Sweetie Belle, the referee, since she's not related to any of these two. And before you bring up ships, please be advised that Sweetie Belle does not have to pay attention to those ships.
I'm trying to think.
About what?
What is a character that I would... because I'm on the line of thought of if Pinkie Pie is irritating, what does that say of the other main six? I have always found the one that irritates me the most.
Fluttershy?
No, Fluttershy is the reason I got into the show. No.
She is?
Yeah.
She's
the
okay.
first episode I
She
ever
is
watched.
incredibly one note.
I disagree.
Well, I should say incredibly one note. She the stories that involve her tend to rely on to the same thing, and she always seems to she for the most part, for a good portion of time, didn't get past the first step, even though she got past the first step. You know what I mean?
And my argument against that is that's how people work.
How many seasons does it take?
Yeah, but here's the thing. How many times have you...
And then instead of going like, instead of her, I mean, I know it's a gradual thing, but then all of a sudden, she's, become, like, she gets, like, extremely forward, and then, like, fucks everything up. Like, there's no, like, I mean, you can talk all you want about a gradual thing, but you jump, like, 3 steps at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's... Again, I'm not saying that Fluttershy's writing is consistent.
Of course not. I mean, I always thought her consistency was still better than Dash's, though, but it's like...
Yeah, Dash is one of those characters, but the reason I got into the show was because I saw... Yeah, Dragonshy was the first episode I ever saw. And one of my favorite tropes in all of media...
Shy girl.
Well, the Shy Badass.
Shy Badass.
The character who seems meek and small and weak, but then when shit gets real, they step up and be a badass.
You know, that reminds me. You seen Seven Deadly Sins?
The anime?
Yes.
No. I don't watch much anime.
Have you heard of any of it?
I recognize the name. I haven't seen anything.
Do you know who Escanor is?
No.
Okay, then never mind. I was asking if Escanor would fit that. I could explain Escanor's character, but I'm pretty sure explaining his character would not exactly mean that he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when I think of characters of that trope, trying to think.
5 minutes gone.
Well, okay, I'll go into detail because it's like, probably it might come to something. So for 12 hours, he's like a weak, like shrimpy, like human character, like thing or whatever. For the other 12 hours, he's this big hulking emblem of destruction that just kills everything.
I guess that is a good comparison.
You have to watch a scene in order to get him, but he's like,
no, I'm thinking
he's the sin of pride in the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's either a shy badass or just a badass.
Marvel's The Hulk is a good example of that trope where Bruce Banner, depending on which version you talk about.
He is the Hulk of the franchise. Escanor is.
Yeah. But depending on which version of Marvel we're talking about, like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Bruce Banner is not this. Earth's Mightiest Heroes Banner is kind of scary. From what I've watched of that show, and admittedly I do need to put that on Nostalgia Night at some point, Bruce Banner in that show is basically just kind of always on the edge of becoming the Rage Monster, but in normal Marvel and in the MCU, he's a great example of when he's Bruce Banner, he's meek, he's a nerd, he's small, but then he turns into the Hulk and fucks shit up. Trying to think of a wrestling example of that.
I mean, there really isn't any for that example that I could think of. Shy Guy hasn't been talked but got the job done. 'Cause you have to talk a lot. You understand? I mean, or at least, you know, in that regard.
I guess the best example I can think of off the top of my head is Eugene.
I don't think it works.
Yeah. Also, Sweetie Belle got knocked the fuck out.
She's fine. She's fine. Now, if we're talking like guys that just don't speak much and like go out and do a badass job, there's a bunch of those, but they're not shy.
I guess shy isn't the scripture I'd use. I'd use more quiet.
Well, Applejack just broke Mob's leg.
Fucking rip.
The ref can get knocked down. They can't get knocked out. Because then the match would never be over.
I'm trying to think. But yeah, Fluttershy was the one that got me into the show. The character that irritates me the most, honestly.
Main six?
Yeah.
Or, is it
probably
Twi?
Rainbow Dash.
Well, I think Rainbow Dash is a common one. You either love her or you hate her.
See, here's the
And
thing
we
is,
here at Waifu Wars love her for being our first heel.
realistically, I'm both. I think Rainbow Dash is one of those characters that, based on her skill set, she's really cool. The Sonic Rain Boom, as I like to say, feels like something Jack Kirby would come up with on a whim. It's a rainbow-colored shockwave. That's neat.
Hey Mario, get your fat ass in here and referee this match.
And Rainbow Dash, when she's in a good mood and she's not being a dick, also, Applejack won that. I'm 1 and 2.
Where's Spitfire versus Derpy? So maybe you'll get back on the board here.
Yeah, I'm hoping Derpy he pulls out a miracle. But Rainbow Dash, when she is being a dick, really frustrates me. Because I know there's a good character under that.
Is there? No, I'm not gonna. I'm messing with you. She's just something.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rainbow Dash, I'll be surprised if she does not run into this match.
Yeah, on the topic of Rainbow Dash, I need to talk about something that I've been frustrated over for a while now.
Involving Dash?
Yes.
Involving...
So, I have been getting into arguments with friends over this.
This is what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
Rainbow Hooves?
No.
Okay.
This is a argument I had with my RP group. So, you remember the calculation that Death Battle did for dash speed?
Yes.
All of my friends think that's stupid because it's way too fast. And my answer to that has always been, why She's a cartoon character.
They've used facts for like every single thing they do, based in reality, which I think is still a bad idea, because you're comparing cartoon characters to reality. That's why I don't like Death Battle or any of the, you know, on like the battle websites that do like battles.
Yeah.
But in that regard, it's right. By the way, I'd just like to point out that there's that Goku versus Superman thing, that they screwed up one of the calculations.
See,
and they made Super Saiyan 1 Goku slower than base form Goku, which I found to be retarded.
See, here's the thing. Even with all those calculations, and Superman is going to win.
I know he's going to win, but let's not undershoot Goku and make Super Saiyan 1 Goku slower than base form Goku.
Yeah, it's just... That's another thing I get in arguments a lot, is I like Superman.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had a talk with people who like... I mean, I have a friend at work who likes Dragon Ball. He asked me, well, who do you think is stronger, Superman or Goku? I'm like, I love Goku better as a character, but Superman would wipe the floor of him.
Yeah.
Because Superman is the most, like, OP character that wasn't made to be OP in comics.
The thing about Superman is, I will openly admit, he's overpowered. That's not a controversial statement to make. But people seem to focus on that fact way too much.
What, that he's overpowered?
Yeah. The thing that makes Superman interesting is not his powers. It's the fact that despite having those powers, he still acts and treats each life as a typical Kansas farm boy would.
Okay. I gotta be honest with you, I'm still not a big fan of him at all.
That's fine. But
I know the whole thing is basically an alien living in the human world and dealing with the fact that he's so powerful he could probably destroy the entire planet now that he's over, and not wanting to instantly conquer everything. Because he could if he tried. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. There is no hero, no one, except for probably Batman, who could
I'd put Wonder Woman in that category.
I think Superman could nuke Wonder Woman if Superman wanted to nuke Wonder Woman. I think if Superman tried, he would instantly. You're playing basically on the fact that you're gonna go for that. Oh, well, Wonder Woman can have him see reason because he, quote unquote, might love Wonder Woman. No, if he doesn't love Wonder Woman.
No, my argument would be Wonder Woman has access to the one weakness that has never been retconned. Superman is weak to magic. Wonder Woman has access to that.
Okay, here's my counterpoint. How many magic users tried to stop Superman during the Injustice comic books? How many of them were better magicians, and let's be honest, better magicians than Wonder Woman? Or had better magical items? All of them. How many of them did Superman kill? Most of them. But some ran away.
Here's the thing, is I don't like using Injustice as an argument.
Why?
Because Injustice is a fighting game first and foremost.
There's a comic book series that covers the in-betweens, actually, you know. And it covers covers before, yeah.
But the other reason I don't like using Injustice is because Injustice is a narrative is about what would happen if Superman turned evil. And in order for that to work, you need to have him beat the things that would normally be taken down. It would be an incredibly anticlimactic story if Superman just turned evil and then lost to the magic users. So...
Okay. So, we're gonna go with this. What's quicker? A magic or boiling someone's face? With heat in the eyes.
Here's the thing. I am not familiar enough with the magic of DC, so I couldn't make that argument. Mojo could probably answer that, but I couldn't. I'm more of a Marvel.
Trying to get Derpy from Derpy. Derpy's winning this match, I think. He's hitting. Rana! That's gonna be it, baby! Mario!
When it comes to...
Got it. Derpy wins.
When it comes to beating Superman, the way I've always seen it is I would always put Wonder Woman beating Superman in a straight-up fight. For two reasons. One, she has access to magic, and the other is Wonder Woman has infinitely more fighting experience than Superman does. Because
that's not gonna matter. It's not. The fighting experience is not gonna matter. How fast is Superman?
Wonder Woman is equally fast, as I'm aware.
No. How many times has Superman flew across the world with Flash, raced around the world with Flash, and was quote unquote holding back? Let's be honest.
As far as I'm aware, Flash was the one that was holding back.
They were both holding back, but they were still super fast. In the world, it doesn't matter how strong you are necessarily. It matters how fast you are. If Superman is that much faster than Wonder Woman, there ain't gonna be a victory for Wonder Woman.
I would need, again, I'm not that familiar with DC. I would need to sit down and actually do a little bit of research.
Okay.
But the way I've always seen it...
We're just discussing comic books on the MLP fucking show. That's fine. That always happens.
Also, yes, I'm 2-2.
Alright, Derpy Hooves wins. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
I think next up is our tag team match.
Yeah. But the way I've always seen it is Wonder Woman could at least match Superman in strength and possibly speed. I don't know. And
I disagree with you. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of Superman's feats that we've seen is quote unquote, oh, I'm holding back.
Well, okay, I guess then we need to ask the question, which era Superman? Because his feats differ very much, depending on which era you're talking about. If you're talking about Silver Age Superman, no one can beat. At all.
It's only gonna be in a matter of time, but no one can beat regular Superman either. I mean, current era.
Again,
you do realize
I don't know.
this is the end game, is no one's gonna be able to beat him. Okay, Rainbow Dash and Gilda versus Rarity and Coco.
But back to what I was trying to say earlier, and what's been frustrating the hell out of me. My friends are making the argument the Sonic Rainboom is at most Mach 1. And I'm like, that is way too slow.
For the distance it covers, yeah, it's way too slow because it doesn't encompass all of the town and then some.
Yeah. See, and this all started because I made a character who her top speed is Mach 9 because she is canonically the fastest character in the universe. Or at least that world. And my friends are like, that's way too fast. That's stupid. And I got in the argument and brought up Death Battle, and they're like, no, Death Battle's calculations are way too fast. And I'm like, why? Why do you think they're way too fast? And their argument was that because that's unreasonable, fully fast. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
okay. That's a dumb argument because it's a cartoon. Things can be unreasonable. The whole battle between Deadpool and Pinkie Pie was entirely unreasonable. It never turned out to be a battle.
yeah.
Them jerking around.
It's one of those things where anytime you try to put numbers behind a fictional character, you're going to get it calculations like that.
Yeah, see, Vulpes has a good thing about the magic thing. Caster has to focus.
Yeah.
That's too slow.
But it's one of those things where I always look at it like, no matter which fictional character you look at, you're going to get numbers like that the moment you try to put numbers behind it.
I mean, most like big time characters, you're not going to get like crazy stuff or you know what I mean? Characters that aren't going to have crazy stuff.
I mean, even someone like Daredevil, who is completely human. There's stuff he's done in the comics that no normal human should be able to do.
Of course not. He's a is he part? No, he's not human, is he?
No.
Isn't he enhanced human though? What they technically call him?
Yeah. Let me use a different character then. Hawkeye.
I thought Hawkeye was also an enhanced human.
As far as I'm aware, he's just a really good archer. I know Black Widow is technically an enhanced human, but that's because Red Room bullshit. But Hawkeye, as far as I'm aware, is completely human. And yet, there was that one time he got shot 1,500 times in one panel and survived.
5 minutes gone.
And it's one of those things where no matter what you do, you just kind of have to accept that those numbers are accurate. And
oh yeah, you can't just really go around and be like, oh no, this is obviously a lie.
Well, I've always gone by the logic, it's better to just accept those numbers and kind of build around that, rather than trying to scale them back to something reasonable and make the character less fun.
And when you're getting out of the universe, that I told you I just disagree in general with the comparisons between two different universes.
Yeah.
Just because like not all universes are equal to each other. Like for example, I'm gonna say it, Saint Seiya. In a world where all the Saints at bare minimum are at least faster than the speed of sound. Because that's technically the actual, that's the low point, you know.
Yeah,
and then you get to the gold, the best Saints, the Gold Saints, and probably most Bronze Saints. the main five bronze states, they're all faster than light. Faster than light plus, you know, it gets to be pretty crazy.
And
they're faster. They are faster than Dragon Ball characters. In fact, they're probably stronger Dragon Ball characters. I think the Saint Seiya verse is higher up than the Dragon Ball verse, if we're being honest, in that regard.
The whole thing comes back to the argument I despise having, is realism over, the argument that things should be more realistic rather than having fun and going nuts. Like, I don't give a shit if, things don't really make sense if you think about them. Does it make sense that Goku's body doesn't, literally tear itself apart as he runs, as he moves that fast? Not really, but who cares?
I checked Gemini Saga's profile. You want me to read all these powers and abilities? There's like a whole fucking thing.
Saint Seiya is one of those franchises I've never.
Okay. Well, let's just go with the basics. His speed is massively faster than light. Plus, his attack potency is apparently galaxy level. His striking strength is galactic. His durability is multi-galaxy level. His stamina is nearly limitless. His range is galactic. Okay. That's the boss of the first major arc in Saint Seiya. Every other gold sin is probably like a step close or step below of him. That is your base area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is an entire verse of guys who are stronger than Jiren from Super.
And that comes back to my argument, is if you were to take a Saint Seiya character and put them in a fighting game, you basically need to say that all of these other characters are on that level as well, when they aren't. And I've always found it frustrating when people try to
Coco might get this.
Yeah. When people try to scale down characters and just to fit a narrative, and thus
Rarity wins.
Take away part of what made those characters cool. Well, I'm 2-3 now. But yeah.
Man, it's gonna hurt Gilda, because Gilda's gonna drop to number 7.
It always frustrates the shit out of me when people try to...
Can I be honest with you this? Can I be honest with you? This is what basically... Like, the Saint Seiya game wouldn't have this issue because it's obviously all the Saint Seiya characters. They're comparable to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is basically the crossover game, Jump Force, that you're talking about.
Yes.
But the issue with Jump Force is, and I feel like it might not be answered in the story as much, but I feel like everyone's pretty much been, like, balanced out due to them not being on the same road as they are.
Yeah. There,
I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I get what you mean. I get what you mean, but like at some points you just have to drop it because it's not gonna work, or else we'd never have any crossover games.
well, here's the thing. The way I've always thought of doing it is instead of scaling characters down, scale up the characters that aren't that powerful. Have it be where
Little Jimmy,
because they're in a universe that has that higher power ceiling, they should scale accordingly.
I feel like Jump Force does a good job of scaling up without actually scaling up.
Yeah. Oh boy, another call.
Zecora and Zecora and Berry Punch.
And I have Berry Punch.
Berry Punch is drunk again. I wrote a comment about this matchup.
What did you say?
Okay, let me see if I can find it here. Berry Punch 1-1 got into a drunken stupor at the man face Zecora in singles competition because she's hiding drinks from her. It's fine. The two will face off in standard singles competition due to Berry naming booze-related matches that don't actually exist.
Yeah, oh, hi, James. I like James's comment. Barry drank all of Zecora's potions. I like the idea that Berry Punch starved for booze because the bar kicked her out. Wandered into Zecora, the Everfree Forest, found Zecora's hut, and saw a mysteriously colored liquid and said, "I'll drink that. That looks good."
Now, come on, you're a bit. She would not be that clear. I'm trying to drop the fucking drink so fine.
Actually, that's a question that could lead some interesting conversations. So, there are a lot of background characters that
Barry
in
can
MLP
steal booze from.
Well, that don't have voices. So, let's raise the question. If you had to go through the background characters, at least the ones we have on Waifu Wars, or EWE, and give them VAs, who would you have?
Okay, so Barry, I would use. Have you played Tony Hawk?
Ages ago.
Do you remember the drunk hobo?
Oh God.
I would use that voice, but obviously more suited for a female. For Barry.
Yeah, I'm trying
I feel
to
like
think.
that's right. I feel like that fits.
I'm just trying to think off the top of my head characters that
Zecora already has a voice, so that's good.
I always envisioned Lyra sounding like Pearl from Steven Universe.
Give up? Give up?
Who would Bonbon be? Amethyst?
No.
Give
See, Bonbon would be Peridot. I'm trying to think of just shows that.
1, 2.
Zecora's
3,
voice is fine. We don't need to change her.
5,
Yeah,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh no, you're gonna
Derpy.
count the both. Okay.
Derpy, I always envisioned
5 minutes gone.
Jerry's VA, Tamers.
Really? Jerry's?
Yeah,
Weird.
because I feel like that kind of innocence works well with Derpy.
One.
Trying to think of Octavia, because
Well, obviously it's got to be British.
2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
you know who I would love to hear is Octavia. I believe it was the
girl from Liberty's Kids. Sarah Phillips.
No.
I would love that voice.
That might work, but what I'm thinking of is
Sarah Phillips.
the person that the woman they got to voice the leader of the Helsing organization in Helsing Abridged.
Okay, I found it. It's Rio Jones, but who else she voices? Oh crap, that's her only role.
Huh.
Well, shit. She did a good job, but that's her only fucking role. You ever have that? Just like one person only does one role and then it stops.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. She had a good voice, especially for a British subject.
I'm trying to think. For vinyl, the way I like to envision it is, you know, Spinelli from Recess.
Yes.
A grown-up version of that, I could feel would make a great vinyl.
Break.
Zecora, stop power slamming freaking Barry, please.
Barry, get up. Trying to think characters. Who do you think would make a good Barry punch?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh god, let me see if I can figure this out.
I know you said the Tony Hawk character, but
I
like,
feel like if you do a female voice, that'd be perfect. Like, God. So Samurai Jack, not the Scotsman, but his wife.
oh god. Then again, I could totally see Barry punch with a Scottish accent. Oh my god! Barry punch just stunned her to death. I'm 3-3.
I'm sorry. You had to say sorry.
James, I feel bad for you, but on the other hand, I can't believe Zecora is fucking dead.
You know, it's funny, we've had no run-ins so far today. Celestia has decided to not show up at all in any of these matches.
She's taking a day off.
Yeah, well, Trixie did, and Sunset did too. I gave them the day off, though. 12-13 with a fucking critical Stone Cold Stunner. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm losing my mind. Luna and Chrysalis. With everything that's happened, you could pretty much say that this is for a spot on the top 10.
So
Luna is number 10, so if Luna loses, Chrysalis will obviously get on this, but... Well, Chrysalis might not get on this.
If you had to make on-the-spot call... So, Gilda's going down in the ranks, yes?
Yes.
And Rarity... She won she was the one who pinned.
Yeah, she already got the pin on Gilda. If I had to make a call Rarity would at least jump the waifu that gets last place in our main event. Second place, I'm not sure. We're gonna see if it's a dominating performance. Yes, obviously she's not gonna jump to number 1. There's no way.
Yeah. I forget. Chrysalis is our number 11. Yes.
Chrysalis is our number almost 10.
Okay.
She's like 11. She might be number. Her record is bad, but like the last week she had a fucking killer performance.
Yeah, I remember. She's number 12 because Rainbow Dash is 11.
Yeah, even though she's 0-3, she killed 2 waifus.
All right, Luna versus Chrysalis.
Sweetie Belle's gonna referee this match. Okay, so the issue is with this match is that obviously if Luna loses, she drops. If Chrysalis wins, she'll go up. Chrysalis might actually jump into top 10 with her performance last week, and if she beats Luna. Luna in top 10, though. People were going to tell me that Chrysalis does not deserve to be in the top 10 even if she wins, though. Because her record would only be 1-3. But it's like, did you see the Battle Royal? Did you see her beat Cadence and Celestia? Both of them were in the top 10.
Yeah. So, today on What Did Deadpool Find While Scrolling on Reddit?
We can do this now. It's almost late enough.
Yeah. I'm just poking in because I've ran out of things to talk about.
Okay, so don't fuck this up, Chrysalis, unless you want to lose badly. We've been streaming for 2 hours, by the way. I have been using the stream manager thing on the thing, and it works pretty well. I can see you followed me. We have 29 followers, guys.
Holy shit! So courtesy of r/Marvel, there is a comic called Original Sin, and in the 4th issue, Bucky has a conversation with Frank Castle. Frank comments, "Never liked you, Barnes. Now I know why. Get on your knees while you still have them." To which Bucky replies, "I'm not some corner dope pusher, Frank, and I'm not afraid of a man who can't protect his children." Holy fuck.
Alright, Equestrian Wrestling is here. I'm gonna post another message on Twitter.
Cool.
For the link. I like Chrysalis' chances in this match because now she has to completely focus on Luna. I feel like that's what kind of cost her the match. Because she got distracted with the bigger threats at that time.
Yeah.
But this is Luna's chance to shut me up. I mean, if Luna wins this match, she's gonna undoubtedly move up. And I don't know where to put her, though. Gilda might fall to number 10.
One.
If not, completely off the record. I don't know. So, I think it's safe to say that our top 4 is gonna stay the same. Just like in some kind of different order.
Yeah.
Sunset might move up in the top 4. We'll see. It depends on if someone just gets dominated in 6 minutes. Celestia is obviously staying at 6. Gilda's going to drop from 7. Twilight, Fluttershy are both going to jump Gilda. Luna might jump Gilda or not. It depends on, Luna. If Luna wins. Applejack might jump into the top 10 with that dominating win.
Yeah.
Berry Punch. Don't know if she'll be top 10. She probably won't, but you know, beyond the next up. Dash will be dropped completely from where she is, number 11, to like number 17 or number 15. I don't know. We don't really keep track of the after the top 10. Speaking of which, are you interested to see if Trixie can win her defender title of the first batch?
Yeah.
This is what week? This is week 2. So next week would be the blow-off week, and then the pay-per-view. So we might have Trixie and Glimmer tagging together again against the number 1 contender and a tag team partner of their choice. You know?
Yeah.
I wonder who Autumn Blaze would pick. I mean, Treehugger would probably pick Fluttershy. Tempest would probably pick Twilight. And Autumn Blaze, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could make that other Kieran.
1, 2.
But I don't know her name. Is it Cinderglow? I don't know her name. You guys can all yell at me in chat what the other person is. You think anyone could stop Trixie, though?
I hope so. I mean...
I feel like someone
I'm not saying I
can.
don't like Trixie. It's just... I want her to be...
Let's be fair, she's had close matches.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a close final with Treehugger. She had a close semi-final with, who was it?
1.
With Vinyl. Yeah. She had 2 close matches, like with Vinyl and with Treehugger. Trixie has her cult members best beat shields. That's cheating. That's cheating, Vulpes. That's cheating. You cannot bring in your cult members as meat shields. That's disqualification, and I will take away the title on disqualifications. That kind of disqualification, anyway. You can't just rig the entire league to have one life who'd be the best ever. If that was true, my co-host would tell me to do that to Sunset.
I mean, not that I don't already. Again, we do not rig these matches.
Yeah, you're not being the ref. We're not putting you as a ref. We already have a non. The non's not biased, but he just wants to get out of here. He's got I think the joke is he's got milks to find.
Yes.
Double drop. Misses the mark. You know, honestly, Chrysalis is having a little bit of trouble with Luna. You know, I'd like to point out that I think Luna or Chrysalis could possibly defeat Trixie if they ever actually go on a run and start winning matches.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
And there we go. Triple kick puts Chrysalis in victory. So I guess Luna just, you know, disappointed everybody. I can't believe it.
Can't believe Luna is fucking dead.
She's not
also, I'm 3-4?
I think so.
So I'm just gonna put it. Last match 2 points. If Tempest wins, I get to go forward.
Yeah, but should I give you... I don't want to this is like a 33% chance thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if I should give you, like, a bonus opportunity to get, like, a tie, or if I should give you a bonus opportunity to possibly win. I'm trying to think about it. Now, you know what? This is probably fair enough. I mean, if it was more than 3, I'd give you, like, a... You know what I mean? A second chance.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like going, do I want to give you like a shot to like pick a character who will lose in the first shot? And that'd probably be too easy. Yes.
Today I learned that Song 2 by Blur was almost cut, but as it was a deliberately basic song, the band never took seriously. But record executives liked it, and it was on the list of possible singles. The band never bothered to change the album's tracklist placeholder, and coincidentally is 2 minutes and 2 seconds in length.
This makes me laugh. Or Out and Blaze and Tempest. So, it's up to Tempest now to actually do a job to win this match. Very tough contest here.
Today I learned that Arnold Schwarzenegger pays Warner Brothers $1 a year to borrow the Mr. Freeze costume.
$1 a year?
Yeah.
To borrow it.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So he has it on display in his house?
I don't know.
Alright, so obviously this match is number contendership. I'm guessing another reason for this match is Treehugger's in the middle between two very angry waifus, just, high as fuck, and just gets dragged into it.
I like the idea that Treehugger...
It's high?
These two were fighting in a bar, and Treehugger walked up to them, said, "You need to, like, chill, man." And thus, the two of them proceeded to fight her as well.
Oh shit, I forgot to make a post in the MLP forums. Oh well, I don't care.
Rip.
That's fine. I made a mistake. I can miss one spot. I have 29 notifications for that website too. I only got 3 different places. I wonder who's gonna win this. I really do.
I'm curious.
You're curious as to who's gonna win this too?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be... Remember, it is an elimination match, so...
I'm hoping it's Tempest.
You want the points, but do you legitimately want Tempest?
Yeah.
Who would you take after Tempest? If not Treehugger?
Honestly, I'd take Treehugger.
You would
I'm not
take...
attached to Autumn.
Oh, you're not... You're not attached to... You're not attached to...
5 minutes gone.
Yeah.
I thought you...
The Kierans as overall, I just kind of meh on. Because they're a small symptom to a larger problem I had with the later seasons of MLP. That being... I don't give a shit about MLP's lore. If I wanted to worry about the lore of MLP, I'd make my own. So, an episode about an unknown race of Kyrans is just kind of like, I don't care. Give me more episodes about Twilight 8 dealing with the school, or one of the main 6 having an argument. I didn't start watching MLP to learn about the lore of the world. I started watching it because of the interesting character interactions. And well, I don't hate Autumn Blaze, I just...
It's fine, just say you hate Autumn Blaze.
I don't!
It's fine, just say you hate her! Just say you hate a Kieran. You hate the Kieran because the Kieran are a Kieran.
No. It's not that I hate them, I'm ambivalent to them. I don't care.
Well, she's gonna knock down Tempest and try to beat the shit out of her.
Come on, Tempest. You can do this.
At this point of the match, you're pretty much looking at trying to not get eliminated because you don't want to be the first one out.
Yeah.
It's harder to it's harder to like win a 3-way when there's 3 people instead of actually winning just the straight one-on-one match that comes after. So you want to make sure your opponent's actually in position to not fuck you over.
Okay, so audible here. If Tempest wins outright, I get 2 points. If Tempest loses, and I guess the winner out of the final 2, I get 1 point.
I give you a tie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if Tempest wins, I win. If Tempest loses, and my second guess wins, I tie.
Okay, but you will have to be quick. So
yes.
So I will let you know actually because you're on delay still, probably by a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you if Tempest gets eliminated. Super kick.
Who's the most beaten up?
It's gonna be hard to tell, and it's probably gonna be like not important in the end. It's gonna depend who can actually hit the big shot. So who can hit the? So can Treehugger hit the 5-star frog splash on Autumn Blaze? Vulpus wants to see Tempest fight Trixie. I admit Tempest and Trixie would be an interesting matchup. Submission on Blaze. No tap out. Uh-oh. Treehugger trying to roll up. Tempest breaks it up. Tempest, you fool.
Tempest, you gotta
You gotta stop breaking up these pins. Nope, you're gonna let this one go, huh? 2 count. That reminds me, Autumn Blaze is a very angry individual that has her base.
Yeah.
1, 2,
You know who it is, right?
3,
who is it?
5, 6, 7.
I can give you a hint. 2 initials.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Canadian.
13, 14, 15, 16,
Very angry man.
18.
Fat.
Kevin Owens?
Yes. Autumn Blaze is Kevin Owens.
Why though?
Anger.
I mean, by that logic, you could make her fucking stone cold.
No, Kevin Owens is more angry than Stone Cold.
I mean, if I were going to think of, okay, let's go the split personality angle of Kieran and Nier, which I still think is stupid. You could go Mick Foley.
No. Mick Foley is a nice guy. He's too nice.
2, 3, 4.
Who was the dude who had head?
Al Snow, but I don't think so. I think Owens is better for the current era.
I don't know. Owens is one of those guys that...
Plus, he comes from a place in Canada, far, far away. He's known for being this happy guy. Well, he's sometimes happy, and all of a sudden he changes and he powerbombs you to the freaking apron of the ring like he did Sami Zayn.
I don't know, Kevin Owens is one of those guys that I just never really paid attention to much, because WWE doesn't give him anything.
I mean, that was back in NXT though. He powerbombed Sami Zayn to the apron. The big betrayal.
Yeah. But since then,
That
what
should
has
have
he
been
done?
me! I should have... What?
But since then, what has he done?
Let's see. Kingdom for Jericho. Kingdom for Sammy.
20 minutes gone.
Betrayed Jericho. Had Jericho betray him. Confused. Braun Strowman stuff. Tell the authority to go shove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just pin Tempest.
Fucking hell. Well, I guess, fuck it. Autumn is my second guess.
Autumn wins.
Whoa, we're tied. Hello, Ice Panda. Nice to see you at the very end of the fucking...
Yeah, it might be a little too late, but hey, welcome. We finished the entire show. Shit, man. Tempest Shadow and... If I can write this correctly. Tempest Shadow Treehugger. Tempest Shadow eliminated in 2042. And Treehugger eliminated in 2113. You know what? You see, I told you it was going to be fast.
So, with that done, what are our current rankings? Who got bumped up?
Let me go back to the main menu so we can debate this whole thing, or at least, off the screen, so I know when to cut, because I don't conclude these rankings discussions on the actual stream. I mean, on the actual uploads. Alright, let me copy over the old rankings here.